Hello, you're watching PlayStation Access. My name's Dave, and I'm joined today by Nath.
Hello.
And Nath, we are taking a look at Eve Valkyrie Warzone.
And it looks good.
It looks so good, but what is it, I hear you ask, in my own head? Because it would help me out, Nath, because I need to tell you, it is a free and mandatory expansion to Eve Valkyrie.
Right.
Which you may remember was basically is one of the killer PSVR apps.
Yes.
However,
yes.
This adds the function that you can play it without PSVR.
So this means that if I don't have a PlayStation VR, which I do have, then I could play this on my PS4, and I still could even though I've got a PSVR.
That's right. Maybe you just decide I want to play in 2D right now.
Exactly.
So you're just going to play it on your TV. So as I said, it's a free and mandatory expansion for players who already have the game, who obviously will already have a PSVR. But if you don't have a PSVR, you can now buy Eve Valkyrie Warzone, and you will be playing alongside people who do have PSVR.
Mixed up the player base.
It's called cross reality, which I think is really, really cool.
Okay, that does sound cool in sci-fi.
More than that, you can also play with alongside PC players. Right. So PlayStation and PC players playing together in the same games. And I mean, that's a huge player base to get involved in. And this
that is important with an online game.
It's a big online game, all about teamwork and teamwork in multiplayer. So having that many players who know what they're doing is going to be great.
And there's a big content update as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there is. So obviously, if you haven't played before, everything's going to be new to you. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more to people who have played before. First of all, we're just having a quick look at how the progression system is been massively overhauled. So now each ship is unlocked right from the start, and each ship has its own sort of progression tree that you follow. You can see me just getting XP for each of the ships that I used in that particular match. There's also like loot that drops, so you can customize your ships how you want to make them perform in a certain way. They've also got this new screen, which they kind of jokingly referred to as Netflix for spaceships. Net ships. So you can see there's this is the recommended screen at the start. I'm not entirely sure how it works out. What's recommended for you, whether it's to do with your play style or whatever, or what you're about to play.
Work?
Exactly, who knows? But there's also all these other ships, including a brand new ship and a brand new class, which is the Shadow, which is a covert class.
Okay.
Which is exciting because it basically is adding a whole new style of gameplay to Eve Valkyrie Warzone, which is stealth.
Stealthing,
and
Cloaking?
It does that, yes, by having a cloak. So it's the only ship in the roster that has a cloaking ability.
It must surely be like a butterfly fragile. You know what I mean? Because you can't just go around being invisible.
It didn't it? I mean, it looked kind of not spindly, but it did look like there was bits would come off it really easily.
That's the whole deal with asymmetrical play, isn't it? You got one very powerful power, and then a weakness.
Exactly, and it had those 3 stars as well. So it's which means it's kind of like difficulty to handle. It's quite a difficult ship to fly. So there's a lot of give and take, as you say, a lot of balance. Another big thing that has changed is the interior and HUDs of the ship, which have all been kind of honed and made. Each ship is very individual now, so you can instantly kind of see without having to look, if that makes sense, which ship you're flying, because obviously each ship has different weapons and different abilities, which are very important to know what you're doing and how your ship's going to react. So being able to instantly see which ship you're in, plus it just makes it cooler. I just think it's better if you're in a ship that you just really like the inside of. They all look amazing, to be fair. They've done an absolutely amazing job of bringing these ships to life. More importantly, if you look just above the sort of dashboard, which I think is the technical term, you'll see there's like a pink circle. That is your ultra ability, which are brand new. So every ship now has an ultra ability. Every ship has a different ultra ability.
Right, and they're class based rather than kind of customizable.
And they are, yeah. So the Shadow, for instance, the ship with the cloak, it can sort of detonate. It detonates sort of a big area of effect around it. So apparently, you can use the cloak to get in amongst a bunch of ships, and then use your ultra to kind of detonate, and you can take out many ships at the same time. Right now, we are seeing a brand new game mode, which is called Extraction.
Right.
And this is me actually playing now. So we've been looking at a bit of B-roll before. This is actually my experience of playing it, CCP.
It's gone a bit driving Miss Daisy.
I don't know what you're on about. Look at this. I'm doing great. I just scored. So Extraction is sort of a capture the flag, I guess. There's one sort of flag that you need to capture, which is shared between the two teams.
Gotcha.
And then you have to get it back to your goal. But your goal disappears, so it's a different goal for each team. So I think you're going to see in a minute that the enemy, the bad guys, have got the flag right now and they're heading towards their goal. I'm going to try and pick it up. Someone else picks it up. Their goal rematerializes, but like a hero with my team, I think, actually. We destroy them, but that's not my goal. So
I see.
So I've got to get... It's a relic. I've got to stop calling it the flag. It's the relic.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm heading now.
And that's you. Oh, and you just got to go in a straight line and hope, really, don't you? That's the thing about space. You know what I mean? There's no route through the map like there might be on the ground.
Yeah, and I was playing with bots, which is, is not like the best way to play. You definitely want to be playing with human players. So I was kind of lucky to get away with it there. But I think when you play with human players, there's going to be way more tactics involved. You're going to need people to be, sort of surrounding you and guiding you to safety and getting in amongst the asteroids and everything, because otherwise you're just a sitting duck. You need wingmen. And there's also 2 new maps as well, which are Fleet and Outpost. So there's a whole bunch of new free new content if you've already got Eve Valkyrie when it becomes Eve Valkyrie Warzone, and a whole amazing amount to get your teeth into if you're a new player. I mean, I think it's just fantastic that people can just get straight in and play with people who've been playing on PSVR straight away, and then cross-play with people on PC. It's really, really exciting, and for a multiplayer game that requires a lot of players, to really get the most out of it, that's going to be fantastic. So that was our look at Eve Valkyrie Warzone. I had an amazing time. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's very, very deep, and you need to get your hands on it to find out for yourself. Let us know in the comment if you're already playing Eve Valkyrie and if you're looking forward to playing it just on your PS4. And do subscribe so you don't miss anything else from the world of PlayStation.